Everybody, welcome to the 1000th party. This is Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I am your host, Dr. Gerald Auger. It is November 6, 2025. This is episode 1000. The odometer has rolled over. We've got a banger of a show for you. I will be speed running the story so we can spend some time reflecting retrospective. The community came together. I wanted to say, I know some people were like, oh, Elliot was like, is he going to wear a costume? I'm wearing, you can't really see it. It has elbow patches because I'm a nerd. But this is an OG Simply Cyber shirt. You can tell, look at the patina on this thing. I don't even want to show you what the pits look like. You know what I mean? But OG, little classing it up, keeping it on brand, guys. 1,000 episodes. Unbelievable. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you Simply Cyber community members, whether you picked up on episode 1, episode 300, episode 999, or if today is your first episode, you are always welcome to the party. All right, we got a good one for you really quick just to run through the expectations in case you are here for the news and not interested in this 1000th bit. Over the next hour, we're going to be going through the top cyber news stories of the day, and I will do everything in my power to go beyond those headlines to give you the surface level story, obviously, but then tapping into 20 years of knowledge and the collective 4,827 years of experience in the Simply Cyber community to go beneath that and give you insights, value, things you don't need to learn the hard way. That's what's up. Sean Sailors is in the hizzy.
Become best friends. Yep.
Yes, sir. Space Tacos with a gifted super chat. Thanks for everything you do, Jerry. Jarink. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Space Tacos. Space Tacos, definitely a long timer in chat. All right, let's do the little actually, you know what? For the sake of saving time, I'm not even going to do the ad read. Just pretend that's what it is. Guys, we got a great show for you. Let me rip through the stream sponsors, and then we're going to do all the things. I do want to tell you, first, let me go through this. First of all, every episode's worth half a CPE. This particular episode might be dodgy on a half a CPE because we're going to be doing a lot of other fun stuff. I don't research or prep the stories in advance.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you are here for the first time, drop a hashtag first timer in chat. Cheddar Bob in the house. What's up, Cheddar Bob? Wow. I want to let you know that today is Thursday. We have a special event. What's Your Meme Thursday? Dan Reardon has gone exceedingly beyond expectations for today's meme. It is a video. I'll give you that. And we missed the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week on Monday because of the conference. But I want to tell you, we will be recognizing one member of the community today. It was a member of the community who, somebody in our community came to me at the conference and said, hey, I want you to know that this is happening and this is really amazing. And I said, oh, yeah, definitely going to be the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. Justin Gold with the squad membership. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks for having the vision and then making it all happen. Congrats on 1,000. Kimberly Can Fix It, who's been here for a long while, basically the whole time supporting. Happy 1,000. All right, guys, we're killing it. Let me just show you really quickly. Oh, hold on. Let me rip through the stream sponsors so we can pay the bills, but then have some fun. All right, really quick shout out to Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal info from data broker websites. Delete Me knows your privacy is worth protecting. Sign up and provide Delete Me with exactly what information you want deleted, and their experts take it from there. As someone with an active online presence, privacy is really important to me. I have kids, I have a wife, I have a home, I have a personal life. I love being inclusive and sharing, but let's be honest, there are boundaries. Everybody has them, and I'd like to choose who I allow into my home or, basically knowing where I live or what my phone number is. So Delete Me helps me manage that. Take control of your data. Keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and use promo code simplycyber at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber, enter code simplycyber at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/simplycyber, code simplycyber. Thank you, Delete Me. I want to say shout out and love to the squad members dropping their their membership milestones. Haircut Fish, 36 months, 3 years, 1,000 episodes. Damn, son, you've been here a minute. Nick the Cyber Junkie, welcome to the party, pal. Gifted membership. Oh, I also dropped 10 gifted memberships. So if you're confused why all of a sudden your name is green and you have a badge next to you, it's because you've been gifted a sub. Enjoy it. Go into the emo tray and play along. Have some fun. All right, guys. Anti-siphon training is disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry. Mara Levy, 15 months. Thank you, Mara Levy. Larry Shervington, 1,000th episode, 16 months. Good to see you, Larry. It's been a minute. Hope everything's well. Anti-siphon training, dropping knowledge on your head. Terrence Billingsley, 1,035 months. Thank you, Terrence. Straight crushing it. Anti-siphon training. Guys, if you want to learn AD, if you're like, so you can catch your breath after this episode, right now, Brews and Hacks, I was a lurker for a year, but before that, 15 months, 27 months, we'll give it to you. KPUS vet, or KP USMC vet, raw, congrats on 1,000. ESC PLN, 33 months, 24 months. So much blue badges, guys. Oh, the blue badges are out of control. Roswell UK, 18 months. Thanks, Roswell UK. Definitely super pumped. Kia or to you, Brews and Hacks. Guys, antisiphotraining.com. Go there, check it out. They have an intro to AD with Dale Hobbs today. This is a pay what you can training. And dudes, if you want to learn cyber, you should get to know AD. It's everywhere. Definitely worth checking it out. Antisiphotraining.com. Check it out. Let's do the Threat Locker read really quick. Let me speed run this. I feel like you guys are now dropping your milestones just to get me to speed run. Tony Jack, I think I've been here closer to 2.5 years. That's right. Cyber Risk Witch. I talked to her the other day. She'd been lurking for a while. Devin Grady, someone who I've got to know very well over the last year. Love this guy. 1,000 episodes, 28 months. Thank you. ZMF Zach helped with the CTF. Great guy. Hung out with him at Wild West Hackin' Fest. 22 months. Fleetest Post in the third, dropping gifted subs, sharing the love. Thank you, Fleetest Post in the third. Definitely appreciate it. Got that note from you this morning. Thank you, Rothier. Welcome to the party. Love it, love it, love it. Holy crap, this is awesome, guys. I feel the love. Was it Lion King? Do you feel the love tonight? Wasn't that a Lion King song? I don't know. Drink. All right, let's do the Threat Locker, and then I'm gonna unveil to you what we're doing that's a little bit fun or a little bit different. Fungus, 20 gifted subs. Holler. Yes, sir. Thank you, Josh. Good to see you. All right, let's do Threat Locker. I want to give some love to the Daily Cyber Threat Brief sponsor, Threat Locker. Do zero-day exploits and supply chain attacks keep you up at night? Well, worry no more. You can harden your security with Threat Locker. Worldwide, companies like JetBlue trust Threat Locker to secure their data and keep their business operations flying high. Threat Locker takes a deny-by-default approach to cybersecurity and provides a full audit of every action allowed or blocked for risk management and compliance. Onboarding and operation is fully supported by their US-based Cyber Heroes support team. Get a free 30-day trial and learn more about how Threat Locker can help prevent ransomware and ensure compliance. Visit threatlocker.com/dailycyber. Yeah, come on in. All right, DJ B-Sec is in the house. He's not here in the house, so we brought him in virtually. I also want to say quick shout out. Check this out, guys. We got another special activity for 1,000 episodes. There we go. Oh wait, babe, stand over here. One Mrs. Auger. Hold on, you got the anime Japanese girl face over you. All right, Alana Boyajian's in the house with a $100 super chat. Thank you, Alana Boyajian. Babe, I know you can't hear them, but this is chat right here if you want to say hello.
Morning.
All right, you got to speak into the mic.
Morning.
All right, Mrs. Auger, equal parts behind the scenes, keeping the train running down the tracks. Thank you very much. It's great to see you. People are just doing all sorts of fun stuff. There's super chats, there's squad memberships, people saying hi, Mrs. Auger. All right, yes, Code Brews here. He got to see Nadine. There's Josh Mason right there. Brews and Hack, Zach. I mean, not Zach, Ryan.
I just wanted to say it was so nice to see everyone.
Hold on, you got to speak into the microphone.
I just wanted to say it was so nice to see everyone and meet everyone else.
Exactly, it was really nice. All right, Mrs. Auger, special. She only comes out for the big milestones, y'all. Awesome, everybody's loving it. You want to hang out for a minute while I keep running through this? Okay. All right, I'm going to stand over here so you can be on screen. You'd have to stand. I guess. Okay. I don't want to. I'm not trying to outshadow my wife here. All right, Jeremy with a gifted sub. Thank you, Jeremy, very much. All right, guys, let me tell you what you can expect here on today's episode. Like I said, we've got What's Your Meme Thursday. Dan Rins made a special one. We got Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. Also, we have a bunch of LeGrot has collected and compiled several choice quotes from over the years that I have said. I read them yesterday. There is some ridiculously funny ones in here. We'll jump into those from time to time. Not only IT with a gifted sub, with a super chat. Just went through my YouTube history. First episode was December 14th, 2021. I don't think episodes were numbered, maybe episode 20 or so. Here's to 1,000 more. Absolutely right. Not only IT. The first episode was December 3rd, 2021, I believe. And here you go. This isn't actually the very first episode, but if you're interested in seeing kind of the quality, this will be our first. This will be our first little taste into the Wayback Machine here. Let's do this. You can see, like, for those who are wondering how the quality has improved over time, take a look at this. By the way, I think right now that there's music playing. Things first. Cybersecurity daily threat briefing. This is the very first episode. Figure this out together. I want to make this a daily, if not a 3 times a week kind of thing. What we're going to do is we're going to jump in. We're going to go through the top news stories of the day, compliments of CISO series. Right, you can see it here. This was the original.
Into Nginx processes that are indistinguishable.
So it was just chat on the side, and it was a screen share. This is it. So this was the very first episode, kind of where it came from and how it grew. Nerman with a super chat. Thank you very much, Nerman. I've been part of the show since episode 600. Congratulations, Jerry, on reaching the milestone of 1,000. Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you. Nadine says, hi, Nerman. He definitely wouldn't be able to hear you. But Nadine says, hi, Nerman. Babe, can you just slide a little to the, so your head, see how your head is barely in the there you go. Oh my God, it's so good. On her tippy toes. I love it. So we're going to do some of that. Let me give you a couple just little choice quotes LeGrot has collected over the time. If you have some favorite quotes, let me know. But here, I'll just give you a couple. Here's the deal, which I say every show. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, which is most shows? Sorry, Kennedy. Obviously, that's a thing. Cue up the baby oil. This is a pants-off level news. This is pants-off level news right here. I have an unhealthy affinity for infographics and vulnerability logos. And Jen Easterly. Just kidding, Jen. I'm not weird. I said that. And then finally, this one will resonate with Mrs. Auger. In December of 2023, I said on stream, I was totally into Tabitha's salon takeover. I would totally still watch it. She was pretty good. All right, so there we go. There's some quotes. Like I said, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So let's rip through some of the news stories, get to business, and then we'll do some more fun stuff. Remember, I have a hard stop at 9. Daniel Lowry will be taking over. I am sweating through this suit jacket, so that's how these things go. Sit back, relax, and let's let the cool sounds of the hot news wash over us all in an awesome way. See you guys at the mid-roll for some fun.
From the CISO series, it's cybersecurity headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Thursday, November 6th, 2025. I'm Sarah Lane. Google uncovers PROMPTFLUX malware. Google says it identified an experimental malware called PROMPTFLUX that uses Gemini to continuously rewrite its own VB script code to avoid detection. The malware requests new obfuscation instructions from the Gemini API and saves updated versions to persist and spread, though it currently appears to be in testing and lacks full attack capabilities. The discovery reflects a broader trend of threat actors using AI systems to dynamically adapt malware during execution.
All right, Rhonda Rummerfield with a $100 super chat.
Become best friends.
Yep. Congratulations on 1,000 episodes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rhonda. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, Mrs. Auger appearance.
Become best friends. Yep.
Mrs. Auger appearances are always good. She's only done 2. This was her second time ever. All right, so Google uncovers PROMPTFLUX. I was saying, if you look at the code, it doesn't do squat. Okay, so Phil Stafford definitely weighing in here. I like that. Malware that uses AI to rewrite its code hourly. Now, listen, really quickly, when we talk about malware and using signature-based definitions, hash values of the file of the malware, this is like trivial to modify. Okay, this is David Bianco's Pyramid of Pain. We've all seen this. If you haven't seen this before, I'm super pumped that I'm the one showing you, because it is seminal in our industry. Notice at the bottom is hash values, trivial to change. Polymorphic malware has been around since, the dawn of time. So the idea that you could modify malware,
we just become best friends. Yep.
Modify malware hourly is laughable. I mean, I've seen really advanced malware that can change itself every single infection, right? So like, every second it's changing basically. All right. So PROMPTFLUX is written in VBScript, interacts with Gemini's API requests to request specific obfuscation and evasion techniques for just-in-time modification. Now, Phil Stafford says this doesn't do junk. Okay, I guess. I mean, I could totally see, okay, so FedEx is saying that if we're going to count, we have to define what scene Mrs. Auger is, because she's been on camera twice, but we've seen her hand come in a couple times and hand me coffee. So this is true. If when they say an obfuscation, then it's just, signature-based anti-malware obfuscation. Sure, I could get down with that. If they're talking about cleverly renaming functions or whatever, evasion's a bit more difficult to mess around with. Evasion, to me, evasion is like anti-analysis techniques, like having, red herrings, having logic gates that cause it to not detonate.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
I love it, Nerman. Thank you. All right, so they're going beyond utilizing AI for productivity gains to create tools that are capable of adjusting.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
All right. It's funny. All right, so I guess all I would say is that, and again, I apologize simply because there's a lot going on. I haven't been able to do this yet, like get into this, but this is a nice little infographic, AI tools in the underground forms and their capabilities. Nice little crosswalk. You can see that there is dark dev, evil AI, malware GPT, spam GPT. This should not come as any surprise that threat actors are doing this. And depending on what technique you want, this is where you can see it. Borderline, I could see this kind of an AI overlay for MITRE ATT&CK framework and how that's going to go. But yeah, it is what it is. So I would say take a look at this, get a little bit more smart. But at the end of the day, guys, behavior-based anti-malware detections or solutions is going to
just become best friends. Yep.
Reign supreme, right? Because no matter what, no matter how obfuscated the code is, it still has to run. And when it runs, it does things, and you don't obfuscate the things it does. Face Doyle out of Ireland saying, joining the community has been a pivotal point in my life. It's inspired me. It's given me direction. Thank you for being awesome. Congratulations on episode 1000. Well, thank you for being here, Face Doyle. I love it. Okay, let's keep cooking. Like I said, I'm going to speed run the stories.
Of CentOS web panel bug. CISA warned that a critical remote code execution flaw in CentOS web panel, or CWP, is being actively exploited, letting unauthenticated attackers with a valid username execute arbitrary shell commands. It affects all CWP versions before 0.9.8.1204 and was patched in version 1205. Federal agencies must apply updates or stop using CWP by November 25th. The flaw stems from unsanitized input in the file manager change perm endpoint, enabling shell injection and reverse shells.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Lazaro Rivera with the super chat. Thank you for all you do, Dr. Auger. Congrats on 1,000 episodes. Been here since 385. Here's to many more. In a well-deserved break. Yeah, you pick it up what I'm putting down. Marcus Kyler, congrats to my brother from another mother. To be clear and not out of context, nobody can do what you do, and especially not 1,000 times. I know you were just teasing, Marcus, and it was it was pleasant. It was pleasant to be sitting in the front row, when that slide unveiled. All right, guys. TLDRs. If you're running CentOS web panel, either stop using it or you got to patch it. You gotta patch it. Again, I'm speed running the stories, which is why it may not be worth half a CPE today, but we got a lot of fun stuff to do. Computer, play.
Approval is a milestone. The acquisition is not finalized, but expected to close in early 2026. Google initially offered $23 billion in 2024, which was rejected, later agreeing to the $32 billion deal.
Oh my God. You know what's funny, Brews and Hacks? I literally said CentOS because she said CentOS in the chat. I just saw your message, CentOS. Although I am not really a strong Linux user, but yeah, good point. You should call it CentOS.
In March 2025 after renewed negotiations. AMD bug kills cryptographic security.
Hold on, what? The stories are getting ahead of me. What is this? 20 gifted subs from pending restart. 20 gifted subs. Thank you.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
All right, I love it. All right, we're gonna keep going here. I'm kind of lost in the stories now.
He is releasing a microcode patch for a high severity flaw affecting Zen 5 Ryzen and EPYC CPUs that use the 16-bit and 32-bit red seed instruction. The bug can return 0 instead of a random number, potentially weakening cryptographic keys. Exploitation requires local privileges, meaning attackers already have significant system access. Workarounds include using 64-bit red seed or disabling the function via boot VM options. Patches are available for EPYC 9005 series. Fixes for Ryzen and other EPYC embedded series are expected by January.
Okay, so I figured out the problem. She read this story right here, which is on the second half of the show. For some reason, she read it third. So we're just going to skip over. Again, here's the deal. There's a bug in AMD that can screw over random number generators, which can compromise the ability for cryptographics. If you're running the Zen 5 Ryzen CPU, you know, you could be held whatever. So there's patches available. You got to patch it. You got to patch it. Sorry. Not a very good story or analysis.
Court reimposes original sentence for Capital One hacker. U.S. District Judge Robert Lasnik reimposed former Amazon Web Services engineer Paige Thompson's sentence for the 2019 Capital One breach, affecting over 100
Thank you,
million
Regine
people.
Franklin, 5645.
After time served, she will undergo 5 years of supervised release, 3 years of home confinement, 250 hours of community service, and maintain $40.7 million in restitution. The resentencing follows a Ninth Circuit ruling vacating her original 2022 sentence.
What?
Marks and Spencer profits.
I don't get like crime and punishment in the United States. So this is the woman, if you remember, she was kind of like, I don't know if this was proven or what, but she was like mentally unhealthy. She worked at Amazon, I believe, or she was a contractor for somewhere at Amazon. Anyways, she got access to Capital One data and just like dumped it. She, not really a hacker, horrible OPSEC. It became immediate who did it. And she was basically made an example. Here's the thing I don't get. Her decision was vacated in 2022, and then they appealed it somehow as too lenient. Now she's getting more punishment. Like, I don't get it, man. She also maintained, she had to pay $40 million in restitution. Like, I don't even know how you ever dig out of that, dude. Like, I mean, not that she shouldn't be held accountable, but like, if you make 80 grand a year, like, I get it that Capital One suffered $40 million in losses, but it's not like she stole $40 million in crypto and like they're making you pay it back. I mean, I guess you'll just have your wages garnished until like your children's. This is some like Old Testament level punishment where like, you know, for 1,000 generations you will pay restitution on on this finance, and then heaven forbid there's some type of like interest rate on it. You'll never dig out. This is like a credit card from hell. Okay. Anyways, whatever. Here's the deal. Don't do crime.
Regulators!
Humble after cyber attack. How much does a cyber attack affect the bottom line? Well, a dramatic example.
I don't know. Hey, maybe I screwed up and missed the mid-roll. Hold on. We're gonna do this. OT. Yeah, I don't know how this happened.
Poses manufacturing risks. Despite rising awareness, manufacturers continue to face major operational technology or OT security challenges, according to Dark Reading. Legacy systems sprawling.
All right, hey, we got a long timer who's the first time in chat. Ruben Tavera. Ruben, welcome to the Party Pal. And I know you've been here a long time, but welcome to the Party Pal. Also, I want to say, hey, like Alana Boyajian, who jumped into chat, I messaged her. She was a longtime member. She got a new job with like a lot of responsibility. Has been not able to attend. I talked to a lot of people who listen. We do amazing work here at Simply Cyber as a community, and a lot of people get jobs. Like, it's so amazing to play the wrecking ball, but then they get the job, and now they have a job that impacts their ability to be here live on the show or engage as much with the community as they did before. I want you to know it is bittersweet, but I completely understand and I completely support and endorse you. That's what we're here for. We're here to support each other and level up each other. So I know if maybe you're tuning in because it's the 1000th episode and you made some arrangements so you could be here. I just want you to know, if you can't show up for whatever reason, just know that you're always welcome here. You know what I mean? If you take some time off, come back. It's like you never left. You will never, ever have me say like, oh, you haven't been around in a while. I think you're going to have to, earn being here. No, just come on. You're once Simply Cyber, always Simply Cyber with a few exceptions. All right. But for the most part, once Simply Cyber, always Simply Cyber.
Access points and human error are all leaving factories vulnerable, while the integration of cloud and AI-driven tools is expanding attack surfaces. Recent incidents, including a ransomware attack on Asahi, have highlighted.
Andre Mack with a gifted super chat. Thanks, Andre. $10. Gary Sergiatis, my man. Talk about a brother from another mother. 1,000. Remember 12 daily viewers and the countdown timer to the news? You were there before my first cyber job and still there. Thanks for everything. It's my pleasure, Gary, and I'm glad I got to meet you. And yeah, guys, right now we got 300, 400 people in chat. Early days, man, I was running this show, like 15 people, 20 people. It was never a numbers game for me. It was never that. It was, to break down barriers and help people.
Both financial and supply chain impacts. Security experts say identity-focused strategies, governance, and full visibility across OT assets are essential to reduce risks and improve resiliency.
All right, so check it out. OT security is a thing. I'm going to give you a starter kit if you want to get into OT. And by the way, shout out to Tina, who is a new member of Simply Cyber community. She was actually at Simply CyberCon right here. Tina Sipple. And dude, I mean, just crazy how this came to be. Check this out. I want to just share this. This is Tina. I only bring it up because it's an OT story. This is a true story from Simply CyberCon, right? She has Jesse Rivera to thank for coming across the events. She shared her passion for ICSOT, who then told her to go check out Mike Holcomb. Mike Holcomb out of Greenville is an absolute treasure to our community. His YouTube channel, or MikeHolcomb.com, right? He's got resources for days on learning ICS OT, 2 ebooks, 30 infographics, all free. He's got 50 YouTube videos set up in playlists. This is your starting point. This is your starter kit for ICS OT cybersecurity. So Tina got on that, and then she got onto his feed. Simply Cyber Firesides came up with Joe Marshall from Cisco Talos OT guy, who's awesome, who then mentioned Simply CyberCon during that live stream. Tina, A to B to C to D to Simply CyberCon. So this is how it happens. Again, TLDR, Your first stop for ICSOT learning is here. Mike Holcomb is the bomb. Devin Grady said it. Okay, so again, we're running like a very special episode of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief. It's the 1000th episode. We don't normally run it this way. I usually spend more time getting into the stories and stuff, but for the sake of time, the sake of community, I'm just sharing some resources. But guys, OT security has risks for manufacturers. Buddy, like 1997 called, they want their hot take back. Buddies, like this has been like number one. If you want to know, congrats on 1,000 episodes. Thank you, Super. I appreciate it, guys. If you're curious, hey, what could an attack on manufacturing do? How could this be a problem? Ross with 20 gifted subs. Thank you, Ross. Love it, love it, love it. If you're one of the people who picked up one of those gifted subs, you have Ross to thank. Yep. Guys, check this out. I know many of you have been following the show for a while, but Jaguar Land Rover was down for 6 weeks. 70-year low on production, $10 million a day impact. This was just a few weeks ago. This is manufacturing and what happens when you get popped and get screwed. The attack is estimated to cost them $2 billion. It's the most economically damaging cyber event in UK history. So with all due respect, when you come at me about OT has risks for manufacturers, yeah, no kidding, bruh.
Straight cash, homie.
And I know if you really want to be picky about it, this Jaguar Land Rover attack was probably on the IT infrastructure, but it's manufacturing. OT is all up in there. We know what's up. OT is a great space. Go check out Joe Marshall, Mike Holcomb, Don Weber, Tom Van Norman. Actually, on Simply Cyber's YouTube channel, we actually have a bunch of videos on ICS under Simply ICS Cyber, so check that out. Jeremy Williams in the Boo Boo Bus. Super chat. Shout out to all my friends at Simply Cyber. Thank you, Jeremy Williams. All right, let's keep cooking. Bruh.
That's why organizations are turning to ThreatLocker. As a zero-trust endpoint protection platform, ThreatLocker puts you back in control, blocking what doesn't belong and stopping attacks before they spread.
Hey, Priceless Pancake, thanks for stopping by.
Starts here with ThreatLocker.
All right, let's do this. I will not be doing the, I can cut Interstate Love Song off the beginning, but I can't cut, I don't want to cut the middle in case it gets blocked because of Don't You Forget About Me, so. Hold on. Can I get some fun? All right, there we go. Hey, Zara's in the house. Nice to meet Mrs. Auger. Happy 1000th episode. Wishing to see more, Doctor. Super chat. Zara traveled 8 hours with her daughter to Simply CyberCon. Got that OSINT training from Michelle Khan. So holla, holla, holla. Thank you, Zara, for the super chat. Great to see you in chat. Guys, listen. Nathan Allison wants to know any legit taxi feeds for OT. So if you got any of those, please drop that in chat. Hey, really quick, I want to say thank you to the stream sponsors, ThreatLocker, Delete Me, Anti-Siphon, and Barricade Cyber Solutions. Barricade Cyber Solutions has the Fortified 365 webinar series. And yesterday, if you were able to get on that, hey, quick, Rub T and Jonathan Booley with squad membership milestones. Thank you, Jonathan says, Jerry, you built and brought us together. Heck yeah, man. Robert with a super chat. Thanks, Robert. The show's been great. I'm so thankful to be here for the 1000th episode. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Robert, for being here and, living those core values of Simply Cyber. And thanks for the super chat. It does help.
Become best friends. Yep.
All right. So, hey, check it out. November 19th. This is an every 2-week webinar series. Yesterday, if you caught it, you know about Microsoft Cloud Ops Security. Well, get ready to lean in. Real Bilbo, 1,000 episodes, and all you do for the community. You're welcome in 28 months. Real Bilbo, good friend of mine.
Best friends. Yep.
All right. Sierra Montgomery's in chat. Sierra Montgomery, great community member. Still got to high five her in real life. All right. Barricade Cyber in their webinar series. Go to webinars.barricadecyber.com. Nick Barker from the elliptical. Love you all so much. So proud of everyone. 41 months. Thank you, Nick Barker. Great to see you, dude. So session 7 of the webinar series, what you're going to learn, how to set external sharing defaults to new and existing guests and get those stricter rules. Eric McClellan, 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Eric McClellan. How to apply retention and storage policies, restrict OneDrive, deploy GPOs for seamless OneDrive. Guys, if you want to tighten down OneDrive and make sure that your end users aren't letting data just leak all over the place, this is where you want to go. Go to webinars.barricadecyber.com, November 19th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Come on down. Come check it out. Guys, I want to say thank you to all of you. It is the mid-roll. Oh, God, it feels good. I wish I didn't have to teach at the Citadel today. Guys, every single day of the week has a special segment, and Thursdays is What's Your Meme, but we missed the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week on Monday, and, you know, come on. What are we doing here? We got to get that straight. So I want to take a minute and do the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. Now, let me give you some context. Mara Levy, who is in chat right now, did a talk. I believe it was her first talk ever, kind of breaking through on the public speaking circuit with her Goonies talk, which I'm still waiting to see and very excited. Cheddar Bob, 5 gifted subs.
Friends. Yep.
All right, thank you. We got a super chat here from Arturo. It's hard, Arthur. I'm sorry, it's hard to see because the way my screen is set up. But congrats on 1,000 from First Things First. Your guidance in this community, pushing me to stop lurking and get more involved. Thank you for all your do. Thank you for the super chat, and it's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you. Tal says thanks for 1,000 episodes. My pleasure, man, and a super chat.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Definitely appreciate it. Okay, guys. Mara Levy gave her talk. She was a little bit nervous. And one member of the Simply Cyber community did something that was absolutely so Simply Cyber. There was a dry erase board up at the front. He wrote, "You can do it," with a very kind word and little emote on it. Ladies and gentlemen, your Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week, Tech Grunt, 11G Tech Grunt, is our Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. He absolutely exhibits all the core values of Simply Cyber. Very, very positive attitude. The guy was just absolutely crushing it. I loved it. If you want to see who he is just a little bit more, because his profile picture looks a little different than who he is. But there he is right there. Him and Steve Young. Him and Jesse Johnson, the Cosmic Cowboy. Him and me. So, Tech Grunt, thank you very much for all you do. Connect with me. I'll get you your prize. From Threat Locker, by the way, the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week segment is presented by Threat Locker. It takes a village to build a community as great as this, just like it takes a deny by default approach to application security to secure a enterprise. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Every single day of the week has a special segment, and Thursdays is What's Your Meme Thursday. Now, we got a really special one, all right? Check this out. Dan Reardon, who has been doing this for years, has gone way above and beyond. Now, I'm going to share this with you in a minute, okay? So don't get too geeked up, but he has provided a resource of all the memes of the week, and we're going to look at them in a second. But before we do that, Silence Poet, 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Check this out. Dan made us a video. Now, I really hope you can hear the audio on this. All right. DFELA V2M, 22-month squad membership, Team SC. All right. I hope you can hear the audio. Let's go. There we go. That was your 1000th episode meme celebration from Dan Reardon, aka the Haircut Fish. So amazing. I definitely appreciate that. And really quick, I will share this with you. Dan has made this read only, right? Dan, is Dan here? Hold on one second. I'm almost positive he has. Let me just double check that.
Did we just become best friends?
Last thing I want to do is go nuclear on his thing. Okay, yeah. So hold on one second. So check it out. Let's go down memory lane. We're celebrating 1000th episode. Wait, hold on. Is Dan here? You here? Is the folder with all the pictures read only now? All right, I don't want to share this without. Let me show it to you while Dan responds. And mods, can you? Is Dan available? All right, so check it out. These are the memes. Oh yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, so check this out really quick. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to drop this link in chat right now. Memes. Boom. There are the memes. So check it out. The 1000th episode is here. I mean, dudes, there's been so many over the days.
Did they just become best
Super
friends?
chat on to the next 1000. Meet me outside. How about that? That's right. And some of these I don't even remember. Some of these are horrifying. Abraham Lincoln, me from Jurassic Park saying, you didn't patch the right stuff. You gotta patch it. AI is gonna be better for SecOps than Red Team. Fight me. I said this at my keynote at Wild West Hackin' Fest. Anytime I get frustrated, welcome to the party, pal. Yes, there we go. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Dennis Calderoni, $20 super chat. Congrats again, Jerry. Great to see you and Nadine in the pod. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Dennis. Dennis,
we just become best friends. Yep.
Fun fact, Dennis Calderoni, my very, very first Simply Cyber Firesides guest ever. Clay Shannon, thanks for the super chat. Definitely appreciate that.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
This is probably so. Mara Levy. Here's the Weezer Blue album that we looked at. This one's really bad. Baby Gap. So someone asked me what shirt size I wear, and my wife, as quick as a whip, said I wear my size is I shop at Baby Gap, I think is what she said. So if you have met me in person, you'll know that I have a slightly smaller frame. So this one touches a little too closely. Here I am at my camping trip. So just so many. Feel free to get into it. I mean, there's one more here.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
There's one in here that's outrageous. The real Bilbo, we should have just called the show Jawjacking. I know. Thank you so much. Cyberlorian, get promoted to lead principal security analyst.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Dude, awesome.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I love it. There is one in here that's like unbelievably outrageous. I don't know where it is, but there's one where like Josh Mason's riding me and hitting me with like a crop. All right, I'll leave it to you guys to play around. We can have some more fun. Here's another like popular one, 1990s Jerry in the Jenko jeans. Oh, here it is. This is the most horrifying one.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
This is from Zero Trust World last year when Josh Mason was riding me as a producer for the show. I know Bruise and Hacks. The thing is, dude, I got to get out of here to go teach at the Citadel, and I have so much I want to do with everybody. All right, let's just do a little bit more. Oh my God! Gather around the campfire, you youngs. All right. Oh my God! This one was this one. Yeah, this one doesn't have the audio, but it says something about not leaving my wife. God, there's a million in here. Dan, thank you so very much. And community, I hope you've enjoyed the memes of the week as they've come through over the years. Let's do one more story, and then we'll...
Google gets the green light to
play a little
acquire
bit more.
Wiz. Google's $32 billion acquisition of cloud security startup Wiz cleared U.S. antitrust affects WordPress sites. A vulnerability approval is a milestone. The acquisition is not finalized, but expected to close in early 2026. Google initially offered $23 billion in 2024, which Wiz rejected, later agreeing to the $32 billion deal in March 2025 after renewed negotiations.
Awesome.
AMD bug.
All right, so a couple things. Myron AD with a super chat says, Jerry, you're a legend. Took your GRC course 3 years ago, got a role as an analyst. And thanks to the amazing value you bring, my life changed completely. Congrats on 1,000 episodes. I'm grateful to the Simply Cyber community. Dude, I am so happy for you. You guys may, if you've been around a minute, if you've paid attention, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm a very emotional person. I'm not going to get into like this boohoo, background thing, but it wasn't always super easy.
Just become best friends. Yep.
My life hasn't always been super easy. I've had some challenges or whatever. And, so when I hear stories of how people's lives have been positively impacted and changed, I've had people come up to me in person and share their stories. I've had people like Myron here, share it more publicly. And I just want you to know it really resonates. It really resonates. I'm so grateful. This is why since day one, I've been consistent with my mission, to basically help support and let people have a place where they can grow without, fear of judgment, persecution, toxicity, any of that crap. No one's got time for that. All right. What did she say? Hold on.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what I'm saying. So thank you. Of course, DP. Oh, wait, hold on. What does it say? Escape. Incredible milestone. Congrats from DP and KP. Love DP and KP. Thank you for the super chat, DP, KP. I always get to spend time with them at Wild West Hackin' Fest. It's like one of my my checklist item. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to Wild West Hackin' Fest. Get to hang out with DP and KP. So good. Definitely appreciate that. Thanks, Cheddar Bob. I almost lost it. I almost lost it at Simply CyberCon in closing ceremonies. I started to break right at the end. All right, so get this. Google's spending $32 billion for Wiz, right? Hey, S&P 500's blowing up. Also, people are being laid off. What is going on? The Tale of Two Cities. I expect at some point to be told to eat cake. Whatever. Wiz, you are a unicorn. If you're wondering what a unicorn is, look at Wiz. This is what it is. Quick shout out to Stacy Loki, who's, about to become a Googler. Dude, Google's been thirst trapped. Or Wiz has been a thirst trap for Google for some time. And, finally they're going to get there. They're going to get it. Okay. Also, quick shout out. This is the list of quotes that I've said over the time that people have enjoyed. I do have one in here that's something about a thirst trap, and I don't know how to use it. So we'll do that in a hot second. Okay. That's it. So let's do some fun now. I do see Daniel Lowry in the green room. He's doing great, Daniel. 1,000th episode, my man. Oh, woo. All right, guys, let's play some music. We're gonna kick it for 13 minutes. I am a sweaty Betty right now. All right, so hey, just a couple quick W's that have happened over the years. Because of you guys and your support, we got the silver play button. 100,000 subscribers. We picked that up a year or two ago. This show itself, Sans Podcast of the Year Award 2024. Ooh, there's a good weight on this one. You could really club someone if you wanted to with this puppy. So thank you guys. This doesn't happen without you and this community, 100%. Let's read some more quotes. And I'll drop, hey, here's the link to all the quotes. I don't want to play, I want to minimize the copyright music because if I have to cut it out afterwards, I don't want anyone to miss it. All right, so check it out. Some more of the quotes. All right, so 2023 Advent of Cyber, I'll be honest, I thought that said Bum Master when I first read it. Apple machines can get virus. They're just Linux machines with bubblegum interfaces. January 22nd, 2024. Look at these infographics. Hey, girl. Hey. Code Brew with a super chat.
Best friends. Yep.
Congrats on 1,000. Finding Simply Cyber has been life-changing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for introducing me to this amazing community. Thank you, Code Brew. It's been great meeting you, meeting Chelsea, seeing you at all the events, just sharing this journey with you, dude. I love it, man. I'll put it this way, Code Brew. I'm glad that you're here as much as you are glad that you are here. Continuing with some quotes. If you wonder why CIOs are walking funny, it's because they have 14 board members jammed up their butt and they're asking him about AI or asking her about AI. Is espionage on the bingo card? Ooh. Okay, so April 15th, I said, apparently I'm using Thirst Trap inappropriately. I don't know what happened that day, but let's see. Mrs. Auger literally built these backends back here. This one right here filled to the brim with identity theft protection. Oh, yeah, because everybody's getting these friggin' identity theft protections like over and over and over again. I said on September 13th, 2024, actually, Bangladesh bank heist, North Korea hitting that SWIFT system. That's actually pretty hot. And then I played saxophone music.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Tech Grunt with a super chat. First introduced to Simply Cyber community by a college professor. Went from grad to community member of the week on the 1,000th episode. Here's to 1,000 more. Cheers. Thank you for the super chat, Tech Grunt. And thank you to that professor who introduced you. Share it in chat. What's your first memory of Simply Cyber?
We just become best friends. Yep.
Z Finest, congrats on 1,000 with the super chat. I wouldn't be where I am without you in this community. Team SC, Team CC. Oh my God, guys, I got to tell you, it is moving. It is emotional to have this level of positive impact on so many people. It's an absolute honor. It's an honor to serve this community. So let's look at some videos before I start crying. So over the years, we've had all sorts of great experiences. We've got James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet with his jokes.
Potential artwork for Flaming Donkey.
Oh, this was the original artwork for Flaming Donkey when we were going to make an APT. So there we go.
Group that I dubbed just a minute ago.
Making it a community that people
we've got
want to
a couple options here. We've
making
got
it a community that people are getting help.
You first timers, I'm telling you, this is not unusual. This is episode 830. I'd like to recognize
community members. We got AB as a community member.
Like in the last 6 months.
Just another great Simply Cyber community member. Did you hear about the guy who invented the door knocker? Very famous. James McQuiggan with his jokes. We do jokes every week. That's always been nice. Long time.
Did you hear the population in Ireland?
Worldwide Wednesday.
Let's go.
Global inclusivity. Thank you, Sarah Montgomery, for putting that together.
It comes down, be able to kick major butt. And
we just become best friends. Yep.
Every single
very original and personally. Very original. Guys, originally this show was called First Things First, if you can believe that. Cheddar Bob with a super chat. Our student analyst Kaya would watch Simply Cyber every morning. Now she's a GRC intern turning it into a full-time offer. Thank you on her behalf. And on behalf of Kaya, Cheddar Bob, let her know we did this.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, and I know I got multiple videos. It's absolute pandemonium up here in the 1,000th episode. You know what? The pandemonium that you're seeing right now is consistent with like the level of like my inner monologue. What else we got here? Jawjacking panel introduction. We've been doing jawjacking. If you don't know the history of jawjacking,
a thing or two about IPv6.
If you don't know about jawjacking, somebody in comments one time insulted me by saying my morning briefing show would be better if I spent less time jawjacking and more time talking about the news. So I said, thanks for the tip, friend. And I made an entire program around it. Who's laughing now? Ha, 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 ha. No, seriously, to whoever that troll was, thanks for the tip. We have an entire program that continues to deliver value and service. We got Wade Wells' mustache, and DJ Bisek. So it is work, but it is also good time.
We're all translation protocols and translation. Like GRE,
sometimes we got a whole panel. Sometimes it's just Daniel Lowry. Look at Casually Joseph. Oh, our official Simply Cyber's official son. I'm being playful. Oh, hey, this is the original intro. If you've never seen the original intro, this is it right here. The modem? Oh my God. Hey, Space Tacos, when you hear that modem, drink. Am I right? Okay. Ooh. I had a special intro gangster party. Look at this overlay. We've been experimenting with the overlays over the years. Now we've got a fancy one that does this type of thing right here. All right, good morning. This is Joseph's favorite era of Simply Cyber, where I was in the corner of the guest bedroom. Peak Simply Cyber.
Here we go. If you take my Cyber 101,
we just become best friends.
Jolt Cola.
Hold on one second. I don't even know what this is.
Thank you so much, Dan Reardon. We were talking about Jolt the other.
Hold on one second. What are we doing here?
Pretty sure I have an entire module, not just lecture. I have like 5 lectures on different types of like fraud and how to commit fraud. Don't get excited.
Okay, so in this clip right here, I announced that I've got an entire module on how to commit fraud, and then I realized
what I'm saying doesn't sound like it's legal.
So I tell everybody not to get too excited about it, but yeah. Of course, Dan Reardon, you can dig through it. We couldn't find the Crank episode, but guys, if you're old like me and you know a thing or two about the 80s, Jolt Cola was borderline illegal. Jolt Cola was like Four Loko before Four Loko and no alcohol. Jolt Cola was like what Monster Energy turned into. I'll tell you what, if the year was 1987, Daniel Lowry would be wearing a leather jacket and doing his morning pour with Jolt Cola. Believe that. They also had like a funny bottle. You couldn't get Jolt Cola everywhere. Like you had to have a guy. You know what I mean? Like who knew where to get some Jolt Cola? Oh God, it was something else. All right, what else we got? Oh, finally, Sarah Montgomery clipped this. This is great. I was mic'd up after Simply CyberCon, finishing ceremonies, and my 10-year-old son, who was with me the entire time, said a nice little thing. I think you'll hear it here.
Good job.
Thank you. Did you hear him? He said, "Good job." Great little sound clip. I'd love to get that as a sound clip. All right, guys. Finally, just want to share some classic pictures from the year. This is Simply Cyber community just recently at Simply CyberCon. Dude, doing the show live from Wild West Hack and Mess. We've done the show live from hotel rooms, garages. I don't think we've ever done an outside episode. I've done it from living rooms. I've done it from Airbnbs. James McQuiggan's been a guest. I've had panels. It's been amazing. There's me and Nadine that kind of slipped in there. Casually, James McQuiggan has come to my house to do the daily cyber threat brief. This is him doing the news in my studio. And here is Simply CyberCon 2024 meetup at DEF CON. You can see the community's all there. Real Bilbo, Tyler, others are in there. And then, there's my son. Never mind. Okay. So anyways, it's just been an amazing ride, an amazing journey. I'm just about a couple minutes out. Let me just say, guys, it's been a treat. You know, I'm nowhere near. Hold on one second. This is like gonna rip my earbud out. Hold on one second. Jesus Christ. Come on, bro. It's a suit jacket. Why you gotta do me like this? Oh. Just got like attacked by my suit jacket. Christ almighty. The spider episode. Yeah, the spider episode was good. I had the episode where I had like a mental breakdown live on stream and Eric Taylor had to come in and like take over. That was a dark period for the channel. Yeah, guys, thank you all that submitted clips. Thank you, Dan Reardon, for the memes. Thank you, LeGrot, for all the quotes. Mara Levy with a super chat. Watching Simply Cyber is part of my morning routine. I've learned so much, gained so much confidence in my job, met so many cool people. Thank you for creating the community. And you should be proud. I am very proud. I'm actually hoping, honestly, guys, just between me, you, and the community, I'm genuinely hoping that the 2 weeks I take off in December will allow me the opportunity to like get a macro level view of what we've built and the impact of it. Because I live in the weeds like every single day I work, and it is what it is. But guys, it's been a treat. It's been like I have so many friends. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind to my kids, to my wife, to each other. And thank you to the mods, right? Keep the train on the tracks, as it were. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the 1000th episode. I didn't have time to do too much crazy stuff, but I did what I could. I think it was good. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Don't go anywhere because Daniel Lowry is going to melt your face with Monster Energy drinks and Jawjacking, answering all your questions. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Until the next 1000th episode, we'll do it again. Stay secure. Ever wonder what it takes to break into cybersecurity? Join us every weekday for Jawjacking, where industry experts answer your burning questions about the cybersecurity field. Live, unfiltered, and totally free. Let's level up together. It's time for some Jawjacking.
Well, good morning, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to Jawjacking. I'm Daniel Lowry. Jerry, I can't believe it. Congratulations, man. 1000 episodes. That is huge. That is huge. I can't even believe it's huge. It's the biggest show you'll ever see in your life. It's amazing. But man, such a cool thing that you made it that far. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for always supporting me. You support so many people. I think that's why you got such a great call out today. And I thought you were going to do your best, Coach Hines, right there at the end. Thought you were going to be like, don't you do it. Don't you cry, Hines. Don't you do it. You're worthless. You are worthless. I missed that show. That was a lot of fun. But here we are for Jawjacking. That means we're going to talk about stuff. You're going to ask questions. I'm going to give answers, or you're just going to bring up some cool, fun things for us to discuss. And we will do that. So many cool people in the chat room today, right now. I appreciate you guys showing up. I'm gonna see. Speaking of, let's get them in here. Let's show on the stream. There you good folks are right there. I wish I could switch. I wish I could make it look like I'm looking at the chat, but Restream won't let me do that. But cool stuff there. So if you do have a question, put a Q in front of it and a colon or a bunch of Qs, something that makes it easy for me to see that you have a question. Slap that in the old chat and let your boy here know he's got stuff to talk about. So let's get in there and see if I can't find me some cues, because I think I already saw one go by. Let's see here. Good morning to Keith Sloan. Good to see you. Good morning, Alicia Grimm. Always a pleasure. Haha. Elliot Matisse in the house. Okay, I saw a cue. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is, right there. Silence Poet. Says, no question, but in honor of 1000th episode, I'll make a sort of video of Jerry bowing to Nas. That'll be awesome. We will enjoy that. And thank you for the entertainment value that you bring, Silence Poet. Moving on down the road. Jerry's going to go have a great time at the Citadel today. So slap those questions in. Here we go. We got Simply Cyber saying, 1000. Thank you for Jawjacking. You are absolutely welcome. I'm happy to do it. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. So, yeah, no problemo. This one comes from Alicia Grimm. What is your best advice for getting into bug bounty? You just got to kind of do it. That's the thing. Like, don't like be half in, half out. Get on a program, right? Go find, if like HackerOne or BugCrowd or whatever the case is. Get logged in, build your profile, and then start looking through and pick a bug bounty open scope program. Look through that program, learn what the scope is, and spend some time in there. Take some really good notes. Start watching things like Jason Haddock's. He's got the bug bounty hunters methodology. I think the last time it was out was like version 4. At least that's the last one I remember. Start following NahumSec. Anybody that's really active in bug bounty stuff, and start cranking away at things like Portswigger Web Academy, Web Security Academy, learning those web application bugs, API bugs that are going to bring you, some success in that space, and then get into those scopes and start learning. It's going to be a lot, because when you do things like, even Juice Shop, or DVWA or BWAP or all these really great tools and labs that we can spin up so that we can learn this stuff. It's rarely, with big applications, with large scope programs like Verizon, Yahoo, whatever the case is, you're going to find out real quick that when you click a button, it makes like 45 calls to 45 different references. So your burp suite, your proxy history is going to be like, oh my word. And you got to figure out what's going on with each one of those things. And then you start looking for, well, what is it doing? Why is it making all those calls? And what's being retrieved? What's it asking for? What can I see? Do I see any kind of JSON stuff? Like you're going to have to spend some real time in a real bug bounty scope. So it's going to be fun, but it's going to be a lot of work. So be prepared out of the gate. And a lot of bug hunters will tell you that, you'll probably spend a bit of time. And then you got you'll spend a bit of time looking for your first bug. And you got people that are like, I opened up this and the first thing I saw was an iDoor and wrote it up and got paid. So it's probably going to be one of the two right out of the gate. I hope that you find something immediately and get some credit for that. That would be super awesome. So great question, Alicia. Appreciate that. Let's see here. All right, from Jay Gold. What's your favorite Simply Cyber memory, everyone? Throw that down there. I think that's a question for everyone that Justin's thrown out there. So my favorite Simply Cyber memory is probably going to be the first time I was on Simply Cyber, right? That Jerry did an interview with me. He reached out. I knew of it a bit. I had seen him in LinkedIn a bit. And I went back when I first started my YouTube channel. And I wrote a buffer overflow in Go, I think. It wasn't a buffer overflow. It was just a simple reverse shell. So basically like a compiled shell binary where I would drop it on disk somewhere and I would get access. And because it's not malicious or signatured, it just bypassed all Windows Defender and gave me shell. And so he reached out to me and was like, hey, I'd love to have you on the show to talk about that. And that's how I really got to start to know Jerry. So that's my favorite memory. It was the impetus of our friendship. Great stuff there. All right, let's see here. This one comes from Face Doyle. Face Doyle. Love it. What was when was your first time on Simply Cyber? Any standout memories? Well, it's funny. You just answered that question. So it's kind of funny how that worked out with Justin's question and your question. Really cool. But yeah, that was it. And then there was somebody else on the show that day that was like one of Jerry's business partners or something. And we just ended up talking about security stuff. It was pretty fun. Moving on. Let's see here. What else do we have? Questions. If you've got questions, put them in the chat. Put a big Q in front of it so that I know. Put 9 big Qs in front of it. And I know some of you're going to get really smart out there and put exactly 9 big Qs. You're going to write big Q, big Q, big Q 9 times. Oh, here we go. This comes from Sean Sailors. What's up, Sean? What cons are you excited for next year other than Wildwest Hacking Fest and Simply CyberCon? So really, like, I'll be honest with you. It might have started to become my favorite con is B-Sides Tampa. I really look forward to B-Sides Tampa every year. A, it's in my backyard. B, it's super cheap. C, it has great speakers and great talks. D, phenomenal community. It's relatively large. I think last year was like 2,400 people at B-Sides Tampa. Huge amount of diverse crowds from all over the world and areas and tech, and from beginners to seasoned veterans. Great villages and things. Like, they really do it well. I mean, I have really, really enjoyed B-Sides Tampa. Probably my favorite B-Sides at this point. And since it's in my backyard, it's easy to get to. I don't have to fly. I don't have to get a hotel or do any of that stuff. I just drive an hour and a half and I'm there. So really good stuff. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Great question. What else we got going on here? What do we got going on? Bruce and Hack says he is stoked for today's firesides. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You, bruising hacks, that guy. I'm stoked too, though. It's going to be fun. Look forward to talking with Jared tonight about that. And hope you guys enjoy it. Hope we have a great time. And I give you some information that is useful for you in your career and or just anything in general. This one comes from Keith Sloan. Says, I really want to stay up for After Dark last night, or I really wanted to stay up for After Dark last night. I think you need an After Dark retirement home edition for us old folks. That's called Cybercast IRL. It comes on Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Hope to see you there, Keith Sloan. And then he's going to tell me, well, I still have a job. I'm not retired per se. I'm just retirement aged body. I don't know. What's going on there? Poor Keith's trying to make it sometime somewhere. And he just keeps missing. But we got you today. Here we are. This is kind of like Cybercast IRL, at least, which you don't get the interview, right? I love this stuff. This is so much fun. All right. Okay, cool. We've got kind of like a first timer. This one comes from Punslinger, passive watcher here. I'm glad that we drew you out of the shadows with what is the Citadel. The Citadel is a military college in South Carolina that Jerry works at. A Citadel is like a fortress. That's just the name of it. Because, military fortress, it's a pun. It's a pun. You should totally get that, Punslinger. So there you go. That's what's going on. It's not necessarily a pun. It probably at one time was actually some type of like armory or something to that effect. But yeah, it's a military college. Let's see here. Keep on moving. Looking for the questions. Oh, here's one from Trey Black 1. By the way, I just see Q and I hit the button. I show you on the screen here. Which holds greater importance for operations compliance or... Okay, I think you meant which holds greater importance, operations compliance or system security? I don't know. I mean, isn't operations compliance system security? Aren't they kind of? I don't know. It's a great question. It's not really my. It's not really my vein. I'm more of a hacker guy, like offensive security wise. I wish Jerry, please come back and save me from this question because I don't know the answer. Personally, I would like operations compliance because security is really hard to get. But if you're saying that if I had a perfect world, I could wave a magic wand and get one or the other, it would be system security, which would include operations compliance, right? Because we have a security policy that says do it this way, and that's how they should do it. Somebody's outside pressure washing their driveway, I think. I can hear the engine running. Hopefully it's not bothering the sound. All right, let's keep going. Moving on. What else do we got here? Looking for those questions. There we go. This comes from Soulshine C2. When are you going to get into AWS Cloud AI? Good question. So many things, so little time. Right now, I'm just trying to keep myself busy with meeting requirements for job applications. Because I have your boy Daniel has a technical interview this Friday. So wish me luck on that. I should do okay, I think. But you got to go through these things. That's the job market these days, is you got to do like 9 interviews and that kind of stuff before they even consider. It's very slow. It's a very slow process. I haven't had to look for a job in quite some time. You go through the interview process and that kind of stuff. It's just been more like, I know somebody and they're like, you'd be perfect for this. We'd love to have you on. And I go, cool, that would be great. And we go. And now I'm actually having to interview stuff. And one thing I've really noticed about just about all the companies that I've been in talks and contact with, it's a very slow process. So be patient out there, guys. And I know that's tough when you're like, hey, I need money coming in. Can we just speed run all these interviews? Let's get it over with. What was the keep? What are we doing? I need a flipping job, right? Yes, it's exactly how it can go. But sometime I will get into it. Actually, one of the jobs I'm looking at would actually be fairly cloud heavy. So if I get into that job, it could be soon. All right, looking for the questions because I love a question. Questions are fun. Listen, there's one right there. Here we go. I almost turned into Tech Next right there for a second. Angular 777. Have you ever discovered a bug and had an moment? It's always like that when you discover something, right? It's always like this can't be right. That's not how. Oh yeah, no, that's what's up. And it's like, oh, snap dog. I guess I just found me something, right? So to me, that's unless you're just talking about kind of like what Corey, for those of you that watched After Dark last night, Corey got into where he found that he was on an engagement. He found a threat actor in the client's environment. He was like, oh, you have like an active data breach going on right now. We need to hit the pencils down and hit the little button over here that says someone help. So no, I haven't gone through that. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. 9 times. Told you. Leave it to Amish brain. I did say 9, right? Or was it 8? I don't remember now. It was so long ago. It takes me so long to scroll through this. There's Roswell, UK, another one wonderful person who is not ironic or sarcastic at all. Who is your favorite community member and why is it Roswell, UK? I think this question answers itself right here because of the sarcasm. We speak the sarcasm language fluently. That's how I know you're one of my people. Let's see here. Hitting nets. Look, big Q. Oh, look, Phil Stafford, another ride or die. Big Q. What is the meaning of life? 42. That's simple questions. These are easy questions, right? Kimberly Can Fix It says, love B-Sides Tampa and had to miss it this year. Won't miss it next year. Well, I'll be glad to see you there, my friend, because we missed you there. This one comes from Taekwon Gong. How long do you stay in the lab before attempting a bug bounty? That's up to you. That's subjective. I would say go ahead. I mean, go ahead and jump into bug bounty. There's nothing stopping you. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to fill out a form and show them your certificates of completion of anything or CPE. Nothing like that. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just sign up for the platform, go to Hacktivity or go to wherever their open scope their programs are, and start clicking on them and reading scopes and go, okay, I'm going to choose this. This looks good to me. I'm down with it. Read the scope carefully because you don't want to start hacking out of scope things. Usually if you did that and you found something and you try to submit it, they'd be like, that's out of scope. And you're like, dang. Right. So just go ahead and start. There's nothing stopping you. And if you don't know anything about web applications, obviously that's going to be kind of a roadblock to you finding problems and submitting them, or finding bugs and submitting them. So yeah, you're going to want to lab up a little bit to learn those things at that point. But once you've learned anything, learn what an IDOR is, like start there. Go learn what an insecure direct object reference is. Spin up something like, web, what was it? BWAP or Juice Shop or something like that. Find out what it looks like in some kind of real life scenario, and then go look for them in an open scope. You don't have to. That's what I love about bug bounty is you just get to it. You just get to work, and no one stops you. So good question though. I like that question. It brings up the topic that we can just do it. All right, let's see here. This one comes from Angular 777. You're a Florida man? Yeah, listen here, son. I get my dip in my mouth. So here's the thing. I am from north central Florida where we hunt hogs and deer. They're the size of a hog because we got little deer in Florida. And we go fishing with chicken gizzards and livers. And we get that catfish or big largemouth bass. And that's how it goes. That's what we do here in Florida. And then we get drunker than Cooter Brown on some natty ice, and we do dumb stuff like, watch this, Earl. I'm going to set my car on fire and jump this hill. It's going to be amazing. I love B-sides. Actually, just DJ B is the person that introduced me to that org. Very cool, Amish Brain. Continuing on. I'll see how much time we got. We got 10 minutes before you guys got to go to the Cyber Mentors podcast. 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Go by so fast. Val Avi. Let's see here. Kathy Chambers is laughing at people as she does. Good morning, Kathy. My Kathy. I don't know why I went like full German there for a second, but the accents just bubble out of me. I have no control over them. It's some like mild form of multiple personality disorder, I guess. That's what's going on there. All right, looking for the question. You got those questions, you know what to do. Stick a Q in front of it and slap them in the chat. Wow, that dude just cranked up his pressure washing wand. Went nuts. That's a lawnmower. That's what that was. That was a lawnmower. All right, let's see here. Where are you? No questions? Where's your questions? I need the questions. You guys are just talking amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Oh, Jerry answered the question. Booyah. He said, compliance is more important to the business. Security is more important to us. There you go. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, I hate when I do it. So the stinking restream will jump. Not that you didn't have a great, Elliot Matisse had some wonderful insights there. But it says show and hide, right? So it's on the chat and you go to hit hide or show and the chat goes and it moves and you hit the one below it. It's always just don't move, chat thing. You think that when I'm scrolling. Yeah, anyway, I'm starting to rant about Restream. Me and Restream have a love-hate relationship. All right. Let's see here. No cues. I'm looking for the cues. Oh, thank you guys for all the lovely support on my technical interview. I'll have one more after that, if all goes well, which will be my third interview with this company. Dodgers or Blue Jays, says Angular. I know, it's late. It's okay. I don't know, because sports ball, yeah. But the chat can jump in on that. Thank you, Kimberly. I feel strong. I feel good. The first interview I did with them went really well, like really well. I mean, you know how you walk away and you're like, man, that was good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the people I talked to. I think they enjoyed me. We had some laughs. It was fun. So yeah, actually, because they mentioned about defensive tooling, which everybody knows me. I'm not a defense guy. So I spun up Splunk this week and put the universal forwarder on a Windows machine, started gathering security event logs and forwarding that into Splunk and then querying Splunk and doing all that, just getting refamiliarized with some more defensive tooling than I typically play with. All right, here comes one from FedEx, right? Oh, no, it's not. He had a bunch of Q's in front of it, though, just because he was funny. Oh, where are we at? Moving on. Need those questions, kids. This one comes from Elliot Matisse. Why aren't we best friends? Is it something I said? Who said we're not best friends? I sent you a gift basket. Didn't you get it? It said, thanks for being awesome. Your bestie, Daniel. Stinking, you just can't trust the United States Postal Service. That's all there is to it. You know, they see a lovely floral arrangement with fruit and they go, you know what? That's getting lost. That's going in the back of my truck. Getting lost in my truck, also known as my stomach, because I'm going to eat all this. There was a Saturday Night Live commercial. It was brilliant. This was back in the 90s, I think, where it was a company that if you forgot to send something, like ship something to someone, that you would give it to them and they would put like backdated, and they would make it look like it got shipped all over creation. It was their fault. They took the blame for it not arriving on time. They covered it with like bicycle tire tracks and it just looked beat up and that it shipped everywhere. And they're like, so we're so sorry. Here's your package. And that way you would get away with it. I was like, that is actually like I could see that being a real company at one point. Tech Grunt said, oh my Lord, Daniel Lowry's about to go tech neck on Jawjacking. Yeah, you know it. Listen here, son. Make me get crazy. I done had about 4 or 5 natty ice this morning. Not to mention the 4 or 5 I had this morning before that. Oh, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's see here. Oh, Gary Jason's got a dad joke in there. Why did little Timmy pour nachos on his feet? He wanted Doritos. Ba-doom. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Here we go. This one comes from Ellipsis. Any recommended software for home labs? Libre, NMS, Waza. Like, it's a religious war on how to pronounce that. And NetBox are some things I've looked into. Depends on what you want to do. Like, what kind of lab are you building? That would be where I would start. What kind of lab do you want to build? Do you want to build a defensive lab, which is what it looks like you're going for? Elastic's really good for that kind of stuff. So, it's an elk stack. You could go with Security Onion, spin that up. Maybe go with honeypots, like Teapot. Great one there. Maybe get into some cloud things and spin up. I would highly recommend getting into Azure, which I'm preaching to myself here. We got 4 minutes to go. Preaching to myself, get into Azure, take advantage of the free credits they give you of up to $200, I think, and start learning like Sentinel. That would be a wonderful thing to have on your resume and a really good way to lab and learn cloud at the same exact time, right? And you'll have to, do Entra, ID, and things of that nature. Really good way to go. Of course, there's Splunk, which I've recently done. And it was a little, getting it installed wasn't too bad. It was getting it configured because Windows was like, I'm like, why aren't any logs showing up? This is stupid. What I've got the forwarders turned on, the port is open, yet no logs have been acquired, and you have to go and you have to create and modify 2 conf files. Otherwise, it just says, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm like, stupid thing. All right, this one comes from Space Tacos. I'm in lurker mode today, but I'm wondering what you've been enjoying outside of work. Books, TV shows, movies. I've recently begun the Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD series. My wife and I just completed a few series, so we were looking for new TV. Stumbled onto that. Solid effort by whatever. I think it's on Peacock. Really enjoying it. My favorite so far goes between Chicago Med and Chicago Fire, but I think Chicago Fire so far is my favorite. Fun stuff. Other than that, I just build things and hack stuff. Let's see here. 2 minutes, and then you got to go to the Cyber Mentors podcast. Question. We got time for one more question. Find a question. Florida man is doing Florida things. You're done right here. What in the Florida? I am Florida man. Here we go. Here's one. Are you familiar with OMG It's Wix? A ton of good Florida loves cheese. No, I'm not a real Kyle, but thank you. I am now. Am I working on another course? Yes, I'm actually working on more courses, Sierra. 1 minute, 1 minute to go. So be on the lookout for those. How was the drive from South Carolina Con? To South Carolina was amazing. From was not as good because I think it was because it was dark. And it made it last longer to me, I think. Okay, I think I'm going to call it. Because we don't have enough time left. Whew, that was a lot of questions, guys. That was great questions, though. Lots of fun there. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned a thing or two. And I hope you enjoy the Cyber Mentors podcast that you're going to go to right after I get done. And you see that outro roll. That's your thing to let you know it's time to go. But yeah, I enjoy doing this. I hope to see you guys this afternoon because we're going to have that fireside at 4:30 Eastern time, PM, not AM. That would be dumb. All right, everyone, have a great day and stay secure.